So the Wheel of Fortune is exactly what we're talking about. This is the market mover segment right now, where the Wheel of Fortune is exactly what we're talking about. You're selling aggressive puts, and then if something you don't want the stock, but if you get put the stock, then you sell aggressive calls.
Right. And so I met someone over the weekend, and this is what he does every week. Picks 4 or 5 underlyings, sells aggressive puts, and then if he gets put the stock, sells aggressive calls to get out of it. And you can roll them, but if he's talking cash secured, so if he's doing cash secured puts, he doesn't care if he takes the stock. He doesn't care if he turns it into a covered call, because if you're selling aggressive, if you're in cash secured, the buying power doesn't make a difference.
The buying power makes zero difference, and that's an excellent point. Let's go through that. Let's put on an aggressive wheel. Give us an example of something that he used, or you can pick whatever you want.
Okay, he said his best performer last week was Rocket Lab. So let's go into the platform and take a look at Rocket Lab, and we're just going to talk about the wheel, or what many people do with options, using options. And he's using the weeklies.
So I just went into the Rocket Lab chart real quick, Jenny. Now, Rocket Lab in the last 2 weeks has gone from 84 to 143. So when you're selling puts, I'm just being descriptive here, because selling puts is a neutral to bullish. So all these scenarios would work. It would be fine if it was a flat line too, if you're selling puts, but
No,
puts
he wasn't.
neutral to bullish.
This is an example he gave me. He wasn't in it the week before. He wasn't in it for that big run in. He just got in last week, and he does weekly. Now, here, with it being Tuesday and a holiday week and only 3 days to go, I almost think we have to go the 10-day. Do you?
You could, but there's a lot of juice here. So if I opened up the 3-day, this is the May 29th. If you go to the at the monies, now if we're being aggressive, you're going to go close to the at the monies. If Rocket Lab is trading 143.45, what if I went to just the 142s, $1 out of the money, and you get $5.50?
Okay, so this is a $143 product. If we're taking in $550, our risk is owning Rocket Lab 100 shares, $5 below our strike. So at around 137. So 137 would be our buy-in price if we had to buy into Rocket Lab. If we don't, if it stays above this 142 strike, we just keep the $560.
Now, this is an interesting one, because no, it's okay. Like, I'm just stating facts. I'm not saying cash secured is the way to go. You actually understand your notional value. Here, when we put this in, this is a margin account. It's using $2,700, $725. In a cash secured account, it would be using 13,000. I can't see that number. There's a comma there. So $13,000 for 500, but that's okay. Especially think about it from this perspective, Jenny. He doesn't have the growing positions. This isn't the risk. You understand your risk when you're in there and you're in one product. If we're just looking at it, this in a bubble.
Right. If he's not managing an overall portfolio with long SPY, long ETFs, long this, long that, he's not worried about a big market correction for his whole overall portfolio. He picks like 4 or 5 products a week, sells cash secured puts for the week, and hopefully at the end of the week, he's out of everything. If he's in, let's say he's in 4 or 5 at the start of the week, at the end, maybe he's still in 1, then he's going to sell aggressive calls until he gets out of it. The risk in a strategy like this is getting long the underlying. So you might not want to do it in a product you wouldn't want to be long, but if he didn't mind getting into Rocket Lab, it's not bad. And this is where last week he said his best performer last week, Rocket Lab weekly puts.
I mean, and that makes sense. That does make sense. Now, this is what I love about options. I love this about options, because once again, he might say, oh, Rocket Lab's in the news, in something, there's lots of stuff going on, but he's not going out there and buying it, because if he's cash secured, he could be using that same amount of capital and buying it, being like, oh, I want unlimited profit potential. The options are a smart man's way to make a bet, right? So even in this example, I don't know if this is his exact example, we've got 3 days left, a possibility of making $520. Right? That actually makes sense.
I'm curious if you go out. Now he said, I want to see if he said he was collecting about $10 a put. So if you're getting $10 a put,
these are the at the monies. They're the at the monies 10 days out.
At the money 10 days out, or if you're going shorter term of the 3-day, he's going slightly in the money and he's playing for a rally. It's almost like the buffer where he's going in the money, playing for a rally, and that's possible. Where he's almost treating it like a synthetic covered call when he gets in, either shorter term, slightly in the money, or longer term, at the
So
moment.
I just want, and I'm going to explain. I'm going to visually talk about this, Jenny, just because.
No, I can see. I can see
Okay, I
perfectly.
was going to say you don't have your glasses, but so when you look at this, I'm just going to break down the two. I'm in the 3-day right now. Remember, like I said, the at the monies and the 10-day were $10. But if I went to the 3-day, I'm bringing it all the way into the 150s. The extrinsic value of the 150s is around 450. So your break even on this trade isn't too far away from where it was on the other trade.
You're right. The other trade we were selling what the 142s and we were getting $5, the
Yes.
143s. And now if we're selling the 150s, we're still getting almost $5 for over $4 extrinsic value. So the stack could go down $4 and we wouldn't lose. This stack is crazy. Since we started this, has gone up another $2. It was up $7 when we started this. Now it's up $9. Rocket Lab is really on the move.
So kind of going apples to apples with the in the monies, and if you wanted to be aggressive, this does give you more profit potential. I moved it down to the 148s because then we have over $5 in extrinsic value, which is all we were getting from the other one as well. So if you've got 5 extrinsic value to extrinsic value, I kind of like the in the monies.
Honestly, Liz, so looking at this, and the only reason it's nice to hear what other people are doing. We wouldn't have looked at Rocket Lab this morning if I didn't run into this guy who said he was making, he made all his money, most of his money last week in Rocket Lab puts. I like his idea, but I also wouldn't mind just looking and comparing this to the buffer because it's similar to the buffer where we're going with an in the money put. But what the buffer does is move our break even. And so we have a little bit more protection.
So I will start from the beginning, and I do like the buffer in the very near term. So the buffer would be buying an at the money put. So I'm going to buy the 144 and sell the, let me see here, I'm going to go 134. Right?
So that's going to give you $10 in room. $10 in room. That's not bad.
It's not. Now, the only extrinsic value you have to cover is $4. So what you're going to do is you're going to come up.
You can go all the way up to the 152, almost the 152 and a half or 150. I guess 150.
I'm going to do the 150 just because 150. So this gives you the profit potential here is $583. It's not as much.
No, but it's not bad because it's 500, you're getting over $500, but your break even's down to 134, $10 down.
I actually like this a lot better. I thought your profit potential is the same. Your break even is much farther.
Right.
Even if we sold that 42 for $5, our break even was 37. It gives us an extra $3 in room. And on top of that, Jenny Andrews, it's less capital.
I'm getting into Rocket Lab today.
Can I press the button on this?
Yeah, I'm going to put it on the buffer. Now there's risk here, and our risk is getting long in this buffer trade. And maybe you want to go to the curve view just to show people what this looks like. Where the buffer is, you buy a put spread, and whatever you're paying for that put spread, you're going to sell an in the money put that has the extrinsic value of the cost of that put spread. So I know that might sound confusing.
No, but for our viewers, it isn't. This is this was a very, 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 this was groundbreaking when the ETFs decided to do this, right? So they had buffer ETFs is what they were called. And this is exactly what they were doing. They were having a covered call and they added a put spread down to buffer their losses. And that's exactly what we're doing right here. And in the money put is a synthetic covered call. And we use that put spread to buffer our losses. That's where the buffer trade originated from. It's just that if you understand options, you can break it down where it doesn't sound as crazy, being like, oh, would you be willing? Because this is how they were selling those ETFs. Would you be willing to give up to cap yourself out at 10% profit and then buffer it down to a certain percentage? And the answer usually is yes.
Yeah, I mean, here in this scenario, this is a very short-term trade. Are you just in the 3-day?
3-day.
So we're in the 3-day. If Rocket Lab keeps going up, and maybe we better push this button because it's gone up $3 since we've been talking about this Rocket Lab. So if Rocket Lab keeps going up, we could keep that $500 credit we're taking in. If it falls down, our break even or our buy-in price is at 134. I think it was 134. So $10 below where it's trading, or $11 below where it's trading.
Yeah. So we've got the 3-day trade on. And here's what I love about what we do, Jenny. Number one, use your option knowledge to kind of tweak the positions. You talk to somebody and you made it your own.
Right. Yeah. He's selling puts in Rocket Lab. They might be slightly in the money with the amount of credit he's been taking in. I thought that maybe the buffer looks like a better trade for us, gives us a little more room in case Rocket Lab falls back down.
It does. And what will we do if we are the proud owners at 137? Sell aggressive calls against it.